This is a knee board, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You kneel on it, and it's a board that then you get towed behind a boat with. But this is a finger knee board. In today's video, we'll be showing you how you can make your own finger knee board. So, what you'll need to build this finger knee board is a pair of scissors, an X-Acto knife, some black tape, a Sharpie. These are some earplugs. I'll just tear these open right now. Earplugs, and then you'll need a lighter, but then the main important thing that you'll need is some sort of plastic. I'm using this organic yogurt container because it's just a nice type of plastic, and kind of my idea is we're going to just kind of trace on what we want, and then we'll have ourselves a finger knee board. So if you look at this, it's kind of curved like that, and this is going to be great so it doesn't really catch an edge and just go under, so it'll just kind of be your fingers on it like that. So let's trace a knee board shape to it. Let's just see how big it should be. Okay, so I think it's going to start about there and go to about there. That seems about right. I don't quite know how wide it's going to be. I think that's pretty good. It'll kind of like bow out on the side a little bit. So I think that'll be perfect. I think I'm going to make it a tiny bit longer, just so we have a little bit more room to use it. And I think that'll be a bit better. So this is like a completely different shape than a fingerboard, a finger surfboard. So this is going to be a new one for me. I've never used something for my fingers in this shape. This is kind of like an old school style skateboard. So let's cut it out and see how it works. So to cut it out, we'll be using scissors. If you don't have scissors strong enough to cut it out, that's what a razor blade is for. We are still going to use this later though. And you don't even need to go with this exact shape, this is just what I did. So if you want a different shape, go for it, it does not matter. And we also have graphics all on it, so you don't even need to decorate it or anything. That's printed on there, that's not coming off. It's a nice little vanilla detail. Looks good. So I think I'm going to have the board this way, just so the nose is a little bit thinner at the top like that. And now what we need to do is take a lighter, and I'm just going to gently heat the plastic up kind of on the back there. So then we can kind of flip it and it'll stay, because once this is on the water, I don't know if it's going to quite hold this shape. So let's heat it up and do that. So I know that this is curved up more than like a standard full-size knee board, but that's because this is so tiny, we kind of need it flipped up or else it's just going to catch an edge super easy, and that's not going to be too much fun. So this should be a good angle. So now it's time to use these earplugs, and you'll see why. We need to cut this down the middle. Just guess, you'll probably get it pretty close. Just cut it down the middle. Just like that. And then also just let it open all the way back up. It'll take a minute, but just wait and let it open. And we'll also do that to the other earplug. Like that. And our earplugs are going to be a knee pad foam, so I'm going to kind of do it something like that, and then our knees will sit in it like that, and it'll just be nice and comfortable on your fingers. So we were just going to use black tape to get these earplugs on here, but I think what we're actually going to do is just use a hot glue gun. This will just work a little bit better, and we are still going to put black tape on, so you'll see. I'm just going to make little dots where I think we are going to place them. I think right about there should be good, so then it'll kind of sit like that. Something else that I'm going to do is just cut in half earplug in half like that, if that makes any sense. And we are now going to just glue this like that on both sides. Now all that we need to do is add a little bit of black tape to our earplugs, and we'll pretty much be set. So now we are just going to place tape along there, and then we'll be good.
One eternity later.
So now that the tape is on a knee board, we're pretty much ready, but I am just going to take a Sharpie and do a couple of designs on the white, just because it doesn't quite look good like this. This is now complete. I'm hoping the Sharpie isn't going to bleed in the water, but even if it does, then it'll just turn to gray, and that's not bad. I just remembered we need some straps, or else right when we get this in the water, my fingers are just going to fly away from the board, so we need a strap like an actual knee board, and I completely forgot about that, so let's add that quick. So this isn't going to be like a real knee board where it goes over like your thighs. It's going to go underneath like that. It'll just be easier, or else my hand will need to be like that the whole time, and that's not very realistic. It'll look better like this. So we are going to attach this strap just with some more black tape, and we'll be good to go.